It's a very inspiring session from Matt this morning. Heard about the roadmap on what's going on with Appian over the next couple of years. Definitely interesting, and a lot of things happening. A couple of things I wanted to highlight, right? I mean, what we have seen in the last couple of years is, there are some fundamental shifts. One fundamental shift that we all know, right? We all made Elon Musk the richest man, and something that we see in the news, right, is acquired Twitter. But beyond that, within financial services, we've also seen significant shift that has happened in the industry, right? One, in terms of increased transaction volume, something that we've not seen before 2020. It's significant increase in asset under management, asset under administration, and things like that, right? I mean, there's been a significant M&A activity. We have seen Morgan Stanley acquiring E-Trade, Eaton Vance. We have seen, State Street acquiring BBH, Charles Schwab acquiring TD, and also other financial services institutions that have invested in adding new capabilities. One of the institutions, Goldman Sachs, they have actually now invested in, mass affluent, right? The markers that is actually now going to mass affluent market, right? And that's a big investment. So net, all of these firms are targeting some of the millennials, and that's what they want to attract going forward. But what is the biggest bottleneck that they all have? Most of these firms have got the legacy platforms, and these legacy platforms is what actually limits their pace at which they can move towards this transformation. And that's where, which obviously means a significant investment in entire front-to-back digitization, right? So that's I think, the biggest journey, right? I mean, as a head of capital markets, I've been fortunate enough to work with many of these financial services clients, right? And been through this journey. And Northern Trust is one of that journey that we definitely feel proud of, where we have been a partner with them, along with Appian, and helped them through that to their digital transformation journey, leveraging Appian. This is something that started in 2019, and it continues to pay off dividends significantly. What you do here over the next 10 to 12 minutes is, from Jennifer and Jason, is how we've partnered with them and how we have implemented some of the complex use cases like trade settlement, right? And you all know Northern Trust is a custodian, and it's like the foundation of the entire capital market segment. And it touches, all of their system touch every aspect of the trade life cycle, right? So it's extremely important that we focus on, transforming in the right way. And this definitely sets the trend and direction for, how the other players in the market, take benefit of this transformation. So, I wanted to sort of, before I hand it over to, Jenny and Jason, they are quite passionate about, the transformation journey and how, it has actually helped in terms of delivering that competitive differentiation. I thought I'll play a short video, and this video is to basically talk about Infosys and what we've done in the low-code space and how we have helped some of our clients. So, welcome, Jason.
Infosys helps organizations across the globe by transforming them into live enterprises and assuring immersive experiences and consistent outcomes in their journey towards intelligent automation. Infosys Digital Process Automation practice helps customers leverage process orchestration, robotics, and AI to solve digital challenges. Our suite of software and services with DPA, together with Appian's low-code competence, helps organizations convert every digital opportunity into a tangible possibility. With a vision to simplify how enterprises and technology come together, Infosys, a strategic delivery partner for Appian, helps customers breathe life into their differentiated digital experiences, personalizing, empowering, and transforming business. As Infosys and Appian jointly modernize and transform business by future-proofing application, our framework and proof of concept enable institutions to benefit from new ways of working. Reimagine how your enterprise moves into the future by leveraging the Infosys Appian suite of software and services.
Thank you, Nagesh. So for those that are unfamiliar with the Northern Trust Corporation, we are a leading provider of wealth management, asset servicing, asset management, and banking to corporations, institutions, affluent families, and individuals. Founded in Chicago in 1889, Northern Trust has a global presence with offices in 22 US states and Washington, D.C. We also have 23 locations in Canada, Europe, the Middle East, and the Asia Pacific region. As of the end of last year, Northern Trust had assets under custody of $16.2 trillion and assets under management of $1.6 trillion. The reason we are here today is to discuss Northern Trust's digital transformation journey with Appian, which started in 2019, and I'd like to take you along that journey with us today. 2019 doesn't seem that far away, but I think it'll be helpful to reacclimate ourselves. So everyone, let's jump in my time machine, let's head all the way back to 2019. All right, so here we are. One of the first things you'll notice as you walk around, gas, $2.50 a gallon. $2.50, I can't believe it. Back home, gas is pushing about $5 a gallon, so 2019 is not looking so bad. All right, now that we've filled up our car and we still have a wallet full of cash, I turn on the radio. What we have here, the Jonas Brothers, very nice. Okay, let's try the next station. Jonas Brothers again. Okay, one more try. I think you get the idea. I forget how popular they were. Finally, I stop in at the Northern Trust office. There are wealth management clients walking in and out of the bank, meeting face-to-face with their relationship managers. People are printing off documents and forms. They are physically signing, stapling, filing, taking trips to the vault. This was the norm, life before COVID, but that was all forced to change. This was also around the time that Northern Trust began our digital transformation journey with Appian. At the time, we knew the world is always changing and changing faster by the day. We didn't know how fast things were about to change or why, but we knew we needed workflow solutions that could quickly adapt and keep up with the changing world. And it's a great thing we did, considering how different the world is now from where it was 3 years ago. Prior to June 2019, Northern Trust had established a successful center of excellence supporting our robotic process automation program. We wanted to expand capabilities within that center of excellence, so rationalize, identify gaps, and invest in best-in-class tools to fill those gaps. We selected Appian for its reputation as a Gartner Magic Quadrant leader, an established company that would be around for the long term, and for its low-code capabilities for workflow and case management that Northern Trust did not have at the time. Positive reports from our competitors and a leadership that showed a commitment to investing in the business were very attractive attributes to Northern Trust. Equipped with Appian, our goals were to improve workflow and, more importantly, to reimagine the user experience and our processes. We were looking to do more than just improving individual aspects of workflows here and there that have been in place for years. Low-code development was the key, focusing on end-user experience with the ability to automate intelligently, analyze our data and metrics proactively to make changes, simplify and standardize processes with the ability to innovate, all while embracing agile methodologies. So, I mean, pretty easy, right? These were some lofty goals that we set for ourselves, and Appian has facilitated the journey for us thus far. To date, we have 7 live applications with a continued growing interest in Appian as a low-code solution across partner areas at Northern Trust. Our Appian solutions fit into 3 buckets. We have trade settlement, legacy modernization, and solutions for shared mailboxes. Trade settlement solutions allow our client service representatives to monitor securities trades across all markets and strategies. This app pulls information from different applications and databases, providing a single view, highlighting high-priority transactions, providing the ability to sort, prioritize, and improve management oversight via dashboards and reporting. Prior to Appian, teams would have to manually check different applications and pull numerous reports. Training was a lot more complex than learning one application, and the management oversight worked in a more reactive than proactive way. So you can clearly see the benefits gained by moving to Appian. We were able to share this solution with another partner area of Northern Trust, utilizing and sharing much of the same functionality. We leveraged our Infosys technology resources that were familiar with the original build, and were able to stand up a similar solution in record time. Being able to use solutions or parts of solutions is huge for us. Next, we have legacy modernization, which aims to modernize and sunset legacy platforms. For example, mutual fund servicing has historically involved many manual processes. We wanted to automate as much of the fund processing as we could while enhancing controls embedded in the workflow tool to mitigate risk. Using the Appian tools, we were able to eliminate a number of rekeying efforts by uploading data into forms while also cross-referencing asset identifiers to ensure their validity. We created standardized templates with mandatory fields so we could ensure that we had all of the details required to process any mutual fund. We reduced the risk of transposing information incorrectly and improved turnaround times by ensuring we received all necessary information for each request, all while providing full oversight into the entire process. Lastly, we have a number of use cases of teams that handle all of their work items out of shared email boxes. We all know the issues of working primarily out of a shared inbox. Lots of inquiries, nothing is prioritized, it's difficult to obtain metrics, and there's poor management oversight. You have the potential for two partners to work on the same item. There's a lack of an easy-to-use audit trail, and knowledge is not easily shared between partners. Appian solves all of these problems by adding structure to these teams' workflows. It's a huge advantage being able to share the same resolution for common issues, securing quick wins, while also having the ability to solve unique problems quickly as well. Beyond quick wins, we also have the ability to roll out much larger applications, which leads us to our internal case management application that touches almost every area of Northern Trust. And for that part of the discussion, I'd like to pass that over to Jen. Thank you.
Thanks, Jason. Good morning and good day to everyone. So let's talk about the largest effort that we have underway at Northern Trust using Appian. First, let me tell you the problem that we needed to solve. Northern Trust has an internal case management system. It is used by over 10,000 internal employees across all business units. That is at least half of our employees. Imagine the change management fun with this. Our current application is complicated. There are over 8,000 unique case types spanning 50 functional areas. Yes, over 8,000 case types. Again, imagine the change management fun. So as is common in the situation in the industry, our legacy application's on a platform that is at end of life and must be decommissioned. So after appropriate due diligence, Appian was selected as the best platform for our new case management application. I am the product manager of this new application, so let me take you through our journey. Our efforts started in fall of 2020 when we began to envision our future state application. While we're currently focused on addressing the decommission of an existing system, we have broader plans for our application to centralize a number of sources of requests, queries, and servicing needs. This will enable us to streamline current processes, improve client service, and offer a better experience for our employees. Our first step was to leverage a user experience expert to work with business partners to understand pain points of the current system. Our user experience expert partnered with an Infosys Appian architect to develop a prototype using Appian. We were able to showcase possibilities to our stakeholders and iterate based on the feedback that we received. Once we agreed a high-level model, we started to build the solution, partnering with Infosys to create a reusable and business-friendly platform that would drive agility. To expedite the migration of that high volume of case types to the new platform, Infosys and Northern Trust architects defined a unique data-driven approach for the new framework on Appian. We are now actively cutting business areas over to our new platform to meet our deadlines to decommission our existing system. So here are a few key highlights of our new application. Using Appian features, we are delivering fewer, smarter cases. We are able to reduce the number of case types down to a third of the original number of cases on our legacy platform. We are providing a scalable solution, enabling ongoing updates and additions of changes to case types with minimal work. This will certainly help reduce the support needed for the tool. We are keeping the user interface simple. Our homepage offers easy access to what matters to the user, improving our employee experience. We have a tools function within the application to give users the opportunity to manage their own groups and email notifications, as well as handle some basic configuration opportunities for their case types. We're keeping the communication within the tool using a flagging feature, and we provide timely and targeted email notifications from the tool for users who are not frequently in the system. We are providing a user-driven, customizable research and reporting function, allowing users to enter their own criteria for their reports. Reports can be saved and even auto-scheduled to run per user needs. We anticipate this reporting function in our new tool to drastically minimize the need to engage technology to develop custom reports. And as product manager, I am very excited about this. We are using Appian out-of-the-box functionality to provide dashboards for a quick overview of status and metrics for case types and groups. We also have a number of key integrations that improve our overall end-to-end flow, and I'll just touch on a few of these. We have integrated with our master client and account data source using APIs to pull key client or account data into cases as needed. We also integrated our application with our strategic document management solution to store documents attached to cases for long-term storage and to manage data retention rules. And we're also planning on providing an API to deliver case data to other applications to offer a 360 client view. So how is Appian as a platform shaping Northern Trust's digital transformation? Well, first, Appian's quick turnaround aligns with Northern Trust's use of agile delivery approaches. We are delivering using agile in 2-week sprints. We agree stories, design, develop, test, and then review features with business partners every 2 weeks. We can quickly iterate on changes or enhancements in our next sprint given the ease of development. And that low-code development enables us to make changes quickly, and this will be key as we continue to have ongoing changes to support the business. As I mentioned, the ease of using Appian to develop a quick prototype helps the business visualize what is possible. This helps speed up requirements gathering, decision-making, and identifying gaps. The overall design and capabilities of Appian provide a better user experience over existing legacy systems. We have the ability to deliver quick wins using low-code applications. Also, out-of-the-box functionality can be leveraged to minimize development. We can empower our end user with self-service. As I mentioned in my application, we are developing a tools section where I will continue to provide opportunities for my users to drive their own preferences and manage change. Overall, Appian has allowed us to reimagine our experiences and our processes. Now I'd like to hand it back to Nagesh.
Thank you, Jenny and Jason, for sharing your transformation journey so far and the partnership with Infosys and Appian that helped accelerate this transformation journey. As you've heard, Northern Trust is an example and flag bearer on how well a digital transformation program using Appian low-code platform can be executed, and how that is actually helping deliver the competitive advantage and also the functions that they need across the various segments, right, in terms of leading the market positioning. Now, Infosys, as you see, is uniquely positioned to support this endeavor for all of the financial service and insurance clients, and we have been working with many of them through their digital transformation journey. I mean, many of you know about Infosys, but what I wanted to highlight is the recognition that we've got from the analysts in our digital process transformation capabilities, and more specifically, the partnership and what we've done with Appian. And what I also wanted to highlight is, every organization has got unique requirements and unique challenges. But fundamentally, what's happening in the industry is all of the organizations are looking at, improving the customer experience, delivering superior, end user experience, attracting those millennials. I think with this change of customer needs and with this metaverse and Web 3.0 coming into the picture, right, we feel that, the solution that we have built, the toolkit that we have built is something that will bring agility to your organization, and we'll be able to quickly get you to your digital transformation journey. Our ability to find these right solution and to solve our customers and conceptualize the solution with specific domain context, right? Having come from capital markets, bringing that capital markets domain context, and that definitely would bring a unique advantage. So I think, net, Jason started talking about Jonas Brothers. And many of you, I don't know how many of you know, there is a connection between Jonas Brothers and India. Right, Infosys is headquartered in India. So indeed, one of the Jonas Brothers actually married an Indian actress called Priyanka Chopra. So it's all about the marriage, coming together and doing things together and changing the world. Thank you.